Hello, beauties. Happy Monday. Go ahead and say hello as you're coming on. I'm going to pin this video to the top of our Facebook group. Make sure you're in there. Macro tracking and weightlifting for women. We're really excited you're here. Please say hi as you're coming on. I think I just said that. So today, let's go ahead and talk about being process-oriented or results-oriented. Some of you have this on point. For others of you, this is a really good space to gather awareness and see, where can I make minor adjustments in my thinking, right? It's part of reframing. Reframing it's an amazing tool, and it's really vital because, ladies, like you've heard me say before, we can't take our body somewhere our mind isn't, right? We have to continue to grow in our mind and in our body. So, man, it can be a touchy subject, but it's just so vital. So I'm just going to dive right in. I'm like, I could just talk to you guys about this for a long time. So there's two essentially main types of thinking about your fitness and nutrition results. There is process oriented and there is results oriented. I know we all want results. Believe me, I get it. You're putting in the hard work. You should be seeing results. I get it. At the same time, you guys, we can't control our bodies all the time. What we can control are our habits, right? Which is why at Queens of Iron, we are here to teach you, ladies, healthy, nutritious foods, eating whole foods, lifting your weights, right? Getting steps in, getting enough sleep, lowering stress, those types of things. Because when your foundational habits are in place, the results come. It could be over time, right? It may not be right there, but the more you practice having those foundational habits in place, the better your life is going to be, right? The more your body is going to improve, the more your health is going to improve, the more your quality of life is going to improve. But it takes being process oriented. So I'm going to share the differences of them, and then I'll give 3 tips to move into more process oriented. So process oriented always gets better results than result-oriented clients. Process-oriented women create lifelong habits that are healthy and will serve you long-term. Hey, Trish. Process-oriented releases control and focuses on the right things. Habits, 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 habits. Process-oriented learns to love her body and has grace and respect for the stage in her journey. So learns to love her body through each stage and learns to have grace and respect for where she is in her stage, instead of saying, I'm only going to be happy when I'm there. And all of this sucks. That sucks, right? If the whole journey sucks, you're never going to make it. We need to learn to be process oriented, which means put yourself in the journey and actually enjoy that time. Enjoy self-discovery, right? Learning what foods your body does best with, learning what foods your body does not do so well with, learning how to actually feel what macro your body's craving. That's so real. It's really cool when that happens. There's so many things we can learn, but if you're so focused on the results, you miss the beauty of the process, right? So here's a few results-oriented behaviors. This woman, ladies, hold on to your seatbelt. This woman makes changes based on emotion, not seeing enough loss. So slash calories, or you give up, or you do more cardio, or whatever it is. There's emotional changes because it's hard to see objectively, especially in our fitness and nutrition. This is a vulnerable topic, right? It's hard to see objectively, which is also why coaches are so vital in this industry. Anyway, so let me move on. So results oriented. So the second one, results oriented. Don't create the lifestyle change, right? Because you just won't get there. Because if the results aren't exactly like you want, then you quit, or you get frustrated, or you go try something new. So there's just no long-term lifestyle habits allowed to be made, right? Number 3, gets frustrated, feels like nothing you do, you can lose weight. It's like, but what about all the wins in the process? What about all the wins in the process, right? Number 4, typically lives in the gain, loss, gain, loss, gain, loss cycle. And that stinks, right? So if you're up for sharing it, hey, Vivian, if you're up for sharing it, where do you feel like you are? Are you process oriented? Are you results oriented? Or maybe somewhere in between? It's normal to be in between, right? When you lean back and trust the process and get laser focused and say, I'm going to follow this. I know it's going to work for me, but I just need to dial in my habits. You're going to get there way faster. Because the stress and the pressure is lifted off of you. But also, you're actually finding gratitude in the day, finding gratitude that you hit your macros, finding gratitude that you pushed hard in the gym, finding gratitude that you showed up to the gym with intention, right? Not distracted on your phone, but with intention. Finding gratitude that you got enough sleep. So you're super loving and kind to your family and showing up how you want to show up. There's so many wins in the day. But if you're only focused on the end of the week check-in and just the metrics, all of that beauty is lost. And instead of so much positivity circling around it, it's potentially negative writing on a number. That's really silly if we think about it, right? That can really throw women off. So here's 3 tips to move from to move from results-oriented to process-oriented. Number 1, decide you're here for the long haul, right? No more trying to find what works. It's like, track your macros with healthy foods, healthy whole foods, space out your foods, get enough fiber, get enough sleep, lift weights. That is the answer, right? Obviously, there's a lot of fine tuning, but oh my gosh, how healthy, right? You're getting strong through weightlifting. You're eating healthy whole foods to nourish your body. You're getting enough sleep and lowering your stress. Right? Those are beautiful things. We should also add in positive thought patterns, right? It's so vital to have healthy, positive thought patterns, which means diligently stopping or capturing negative ones and saying, no, I'm not going to rehearse that 1,000 times in my head. I'm going to keep thinking about something else. And it's going to pop up in your head again. And you're like, no, I'm just going to think about something else and just actively start thinking about something else. That really does help. But we must have the healthy mind to go with the healthy body. Otherwise, your body will never get there. Okay. So this goes along with the first one. So decide you're here for the long haul. Living healthy and fit is just who you are. It doesn't look like that. Who cares? Just decide that is who you are. And then show up every day trying to do that. Ladies, here's a great tip. If you fail or fall, so you're trying to eat healthy, let's say you're not hitting your macros or something happens, right? You didn't fail and because that's who you are. You made a mistake, but you are the woman who is super healthy and fit. You made a mistake back here. That doesn't define you. Who you choose to be defines you. You can choose to be the healthy and fit woman who loves her body, has amazing health, has high quality of life. And every day you're doing your best to show up as her. Every day, just doing your best to show up as her. Are you going to show up as her perfectly? Hell no. That's okay. If you're intentionally doing your best to show up as her every day, you will cultivate the lifestyle that is required to be her. And then you're going to look down and be like, oh my gosh, I am that person actually. It's like, yeah, but you have to decide here and here first, then the actions come. Put that in your back pocket. Think about that every day. It will change your life, and you can do it with anything. Okay, I'm like, I could tangent on that for an hour. All right. I'm going to continue with number 1. There's no timestamp or race to the finish line. This is just your life. Enjoy the boring work. Okay, so that is a reframe. Okay, so deciding you're here for the long haul, living healthy and fit is who you are. That is your character. That is your identity, right? That's called a reframe from what you were viewing yourself as potentially, right? Number 2, release your white knuckle grip off the results and find gratitude enjoying the process. I already talked through that one. I white knuckle grip things all the time. Not intentionally, but we want to have control because we feel more in control, right? I am a type 3 on the Enneagram. If any of you know the Enneagram, I like to achieve, right? So if I'm not performing well, I feel like crap and it sucks. Part of the error with that is sometimes I feel like I have to control everything to do well. And so I have to release my white knuckle grip and say, okay, growth. Everything's going to be okay. I'm going to control my controllables and show up as best as I possibly can. And it is what it is. Life is way more enjoyable that way. It's not easy. It takes a lot of practice, but it allows you to enjoy the process more and have way less anxiety. That is called shifting your focus. It could be a reframe, but it's just shifting the focus, right? The last one. So the third one is focus each day on habits only, not outcome. Habits, right? we do want a backwards plan. We do want to say, I want to achieve this. What do I need to do along the journey to achieve this? Right? So if we have the plan, the focus shouldn't be here, right? On the outcome. The focus should be on, I know the exact habits. This is my path, right? I know the exact habits I need on this journey, and I'm going to keep making them until I get there because I know that's the right thing, right? The journey might not look like this, ladies. In fitness and nutrition, the journey is like this. It's crazy. But if you're on the right plan, it's typically like this. There might be ups and downs, but you're on the path up, right? It's not down and up. It's like this, right? So you're going down and up in an upward pattern. I hope that makes sense. Same with building your character, right? Same with building your habits, same with building everything. So number one, decide it's who you are for the long haul. Choose your identity. You're a healthy, fit woman. Number two, release your white knuckle grip. Find gratitude enjoying the process. Number three, focus each day on habits alone. It will be so much better and you'll get there so much faster. Great. What do you guys think about that? Any questions? Any thoughts? I'd love to hear your thoughts. It's a good reminder for us, right? We work really hard. We want to see all the results from the work we're putting in. Totally natural. Totally natural. Heck yes, I agree. We got to control our controllables because sometimes it just doesn't happen like that, and it's okay. Doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It just means, okay, is my process refined? Okay, if my process is refined, then I just have to keep going, right? Have gratitude for today. Keep focusing on habits. Great. Okay, ladies, I'm going to hop off. I'd love to hear your comments, your thoughts, anything that comes up. And I hope this was a light bulb moment for a lot of you. That was the intent. So, okay, you guys are great. You're wonderful. You're lovely. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll see you tomorrow, but possibly. Oh, I wanted to share this comment really quick. Trish, I love that. I'm a perfectionist and wanted to hit everything 100%, but realized I couldn't. Trish, I want to share that too, because it takes pressure off yourself, right? When you release the white knuckle grip, it's like it releases the pressure off yourself that we put on ourselves. I do it too. I get it. Believe me, I get it. But yeah, and you realize you couldn't. And I think there's so much beauty in realizing that it's okay that you couldn't. It's okay that you weren't perfect. It doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make you any less worthy or valuable or lovely. It's just that you're human, and it's so okay. I still have to work on that, Trish. I'm right there with you. I love it. So it's a good reminder. I'm finding that increasing my carbs prevents the sugar craving. That's beautiful. So to me, that is like your body is more happy with what you're feeding it. And that is an amazing thing. Good job. That's an amazing thing. Yeah, Trish, love that. Cool. You guys, thanks for sharing that. All right, ladies, have a wonderful Monday. I know the weather for a lot of us is getting more dreary, so have a salt lamp by your desk if you need it. Keep smiling, keep drinking water, keep talking all the self-love into yourself, into your family, your people. We need all the light and the love we can get. Okay, ladies, great. Have a great day. See you later.